Hey class, so I'm gonna jump right in. So I imagine that my aspiration to be a professional counselor with a Christian worldview, kind of like wearing the color blocking spectacles that Benjamin Gates finds in the movie National Treasure. So bear with me. If my Christian worldview is a blue lens and my professional counseling identity is a red lens, I have the unique opportunity to not only see from each, but also to have an integrated purple view of the world. It helps me to color correct in ways that I otherwise might miss out on with one or the other. So with my integrated lens, I'm able to, as Simmons describes, participate in the imaging of the character of God through the modeling of and seeing the client through Jesus' compassion, his awareness, and attunement to healing and hope. At the same time, I acknowledge that truth can be gleaned outside of Scripture through counseling theories, theoretical training, and biopsychosocial models to help clients. My goal through integration is to humbly orient myself toward the client's worldview using therapeutic skills and interventions and imagining how Jesus might see the person in their story. This is not an easy feat. It's easy to impose personal views or values directly or indirectly in the name of religion or theoretical orientation. Yes, I might personally value integrity or self-sacrifice, but I must take care not to allow my faith principles and commitments to encroach upon or tempt me to judge clients who do not value the same principles. As we learned in our reading, it takes time, study, supervision, and dedicated self-reflection to recognize and acknowledge bias in our own values and worldviews and be able to approach clients whose goals or views differ from ours with grace and understanding, to have the eyes and the heart mirrored after Jesus. However, it is through our faith and professional training that we are able to do this. Dr. Hawkins acknowledged a less known but just as impactful challenge counselors who use the integrated model face within their two communities. I've already personally experienced the lack of acceptance and even judgment from people who perceive Christianity and counseling with polarized views. This is a particular challenge for me because I acknowledge the power of the word "and," especially in the counseling field. For example, we can be heartbroken and hopeful, compassionate and justice-oriented. In the same way, I appreciate that Simmons and the authors of our text interject that rather than looking at challenging topics like abortion or the spectrum of mental illnesses or sexual relationships as broad political issues that we must solve or fight for in the counseling room, it is rather more effective to look at each client individually, facing these difficult crossways or consequences from the lens of Jesus and acknowledge their value, story, pain, and experiences that have brought them into the office. Knowing that I might not agree, and yet I can still create a bridge and see through a lens of empathy. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts from this week.